Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin, and this is probably more of my important video, so I suggest you do pay attention and watch this all the way through. I'm going to give you your critical resistance and support levels. I'm expecting a major move for Bitcoin and for Nvidia, and this is only days away. I'm going to explain what I'm expecting to happen and just go through this step by step. Now, if you watched the previous video and you didn't watch it all the way through, you missed some key levels you could have played. So if you do not watch this video all the way through, it might be the same thing for you. You might miss some critical information. So my suggestion for you is to watch this video from the beginning to the end. Now, if you do want to get access to these live charts and to our Discord, if you want to sign up, the link is pinned in the first comment description. It is opticalartcrypto.com. Again, make sure if you do sign up, you email me through the website. And for the next couple days, I will keep that special going on for people that have expired accounts. Make sure you email me if you want to take advantage of that. So we need to cover this chart, and specifically this white line right here. And again, I'll give you support levels, but we are coming up very close on a ring. And you might have noticed, where is that ring? Well, we're getting so damn close to that ring, you could deduce pretty much by counting these daily candles where that ring is. I'm going to explain why that ring is not on this chart at the moment. Also, guys, if you want to get leverage trading, 3 exchanges I use and trust are Bitget, BingX, and CoinCatch. Remember, CoinCatch is no KYC, 125 times leverage. BingX is up to 150 times leverage. If you want to sign up for any of those 3 exchanges, those links are pinned in the first comment and description. So this is the D1 chart, and this is probably my most important chart at the moment. Now, let's go and look at this previous video. This was the one I put up about 4 days ago. And I said Bitcoin at critical resistance, and we're getting very close to that blue ring. See, this is a blue ring that I do not have on the chart at the moment. Now, you could probably kind of deduce where this is if you want. Just be creative. But I told you guys to short this red line around 66,724. I'll put a link up this video now if you want to check it out. You can see what happened. This is a price note. You can see that right here changes when I pull this down. But you can see we got rejected at that point and we came down. And notice we found support right at 64,609, around that area in that video. And again, this is why I say you need to watch it all the way through. This is the same video I just referenced. This was 9 minutes and 5 seconds in. Next major support level, I gave you a target of 64,581. That was the next point to go long. And look what happened. Literally to the damn dollar, we dropped to that point and pushed up. And you can see we're still respecting these lines. Now, I'm going to give you these targets above. These are your most critical resistance levels. Now, before I get into, well, hold on, let me go to this next one. So, and I did tell you, I said, if we do push up, so we got rejected at this red line, we came down, we found support, we pushed back up. So the next point to short was this line. This is your most critical line right now. This is what we're paying attention to. And you can see we got rejected. We've hit it 1, 2, 3 times every time you get rejected. So your current key resistance right now is 67,616. Now, I've already closed my longs. Some people say, well, why would you do that? We could go higher. That is correct. We could go higher, but we're at a critical resistance level. So to me, as I said in the previous video, this would be a point to stay short from. Now, we did hold support at 66K. This, you can see this red line right here was resistance. Resistance, now it flipped out support. But again, our most critical resistance level is this line right here. So as long as we are below this point, I will stay short expecting more downside. As I said previously in that last video, if we get a daily open, mentioned this in Discord as well, if we get a daily open above 67,616, that will be bullish up to your next resistance level. Again, I think that will be a further confirmation. We'll be crossing that blue ring and going to the moon. Now understand this, like I said, if I leave that ring on the chart, you pretty much will know exactly where that point is and know where to go long and where to buy in. Now, I have subscribers that pay to access these charts and pay to access Discord. Not to mention, I'm going to go on a heavy long and buy in. So I want to make sure I'm already in my long. I'm already, I want to make sure price is pushed up enough to where I have a safe distance between my stop loss. But after we cross the ring, I will let you guys know. But you can't get access to this chart with the ring, but I want to break it down and make you understand why this chart is so important. And apparently some people have issues with if statements, conditional statements, which is exactly how TA works. But we're going to cover all of this in detail, and I'll come back and give you all these key support and resistance levels. So this is that chart. So that's where that comment about ifs and buts just really. So look, if you listened to me back here in the 12th of December 2022, if you listened and if you paid attention, you would have longed or bought in when we crossed this blue ring. So if you bought in or if you longed, you did well. If you did not listen, you did not do well. That was this video here. This was 1 year ago. Bitcoin could pump to 22K from here. I explained why. We were at 16K. Someone made a comment that I shorted 16K. No, I longed and told everyone to go long at 16K because every time we cross a blue ring, we get a pump. I will link up to this video now if you want to check it out. The next time I mentioned this blue ring was right here. I said, look, when we cross this blue ring, we have never crossed a blue ring without getting a pump. When we cross it, you want to go long. That was this video here. This was 5 months ago. So look, if Bitcoin crosses blue ring, we moon. And that is what happened. We crossed a blue ring and we went up. I'll link this video now if you want to check it out. We are going to cover NVIDIA, but we need to cover Bitcoin first. So as I said, now yes, I did remove this ring for the reason I just gave you earlier because I want to make sure that I'm already in my position. Like I said, I am only in a short right now. With the stop above, I will show you those targets. It's if, I'm sorry, let me change this. So since people have a problem with if statements, let's get rid of the conjunctions, just use an adverb. I don't know what Bitcoin is going to do. I don't. But I know when to take action. When we cross the blue ring, I will go long. Forget if, we're going to cross it eventually. We could drop. I just know when we cross the blue ring, we go long. Just like back here. You cross the blue ring, you go long. You cross the blue ring, you go long. The video I just referenced, I showed you. When you cross the blue ring, you go long. When you cross the blue ring, you go long. Now we were getting very, very close to that next blue ring. I know for a fact, if we cross that blue ring, to go long. That's it. That's what I will be doing. Now again, I will let you guys know after the fact, because first of all, if I'm going long, and I tell everybody else, you know, if I get 10,000, 15,000 views in this video and everybody else goes long, I'm sorry, market makers will send the price down to take out some of those longs before sending price up further. So again, I want to play it safe, but you already know we're getting very close to that ring. I think if you watch previous videos, you have a pretty good idea how far we are from that ring. But if you want to get access to this chart or these charts with that ring, you can sign up. The link is pinned in the first comment description. So let's get on to this. And again, NVIDIA I will cover in just a bit. And NVIDIA is going to be very interesting. Okay, so again, like I said, let me go to this one here. This is the hourly. So this right here, remember I said this in the previous video, this is a point to go long. So that will be the next major key support level to pay attention to. So if we drop, let's say pretty soon, your most key support level now is 65,151. Out here is around 65,300. And as I told you before, all right, your most critical resistance levels above will be 67,000, let's just say 68,000 up to 68,430, but your most critical resistance level is going to be up around 69K. If we get above 69K, that's already confirmation for me we're going much higher. You might as well just go ahead and long and just write it up. But we have critical resistance levels above. That's why I'm currently in a short and waiting, and it's okay. It is okay to be short right now. If price continues down, I do well. If price goes up and I get stopped out, that's fine because I can just buy in when we cross the ring and go long from there. But when you're under a lot of resistance, the safer play is to stay short. But these are your critical levels, and you can see we're currently holding support right now at 66,761. If that breaks, your next point too long is 65,300. If that breaks, well, we have key support levels below that. As far as the D1 chart, so if you did watch previous video, I pretty much told you, what to pay attention to. So right now, your point to be short from today would be 67,633 with stop above that. Tomorrow, that would be around 67,767. You can see this has been a very key level. We can go back and you can look, we got a perfect rejection here. We didn't quite make down to it. You can see the wicks were below. Once we got a daily, you see the daily, we got a daily below. We dropped. Then we got a daily open above, we pushed up, and then you see that daily open below, and we started dropping. Notice we keep getting rejected. So we're at this key level. This is a very key resistance level. So to me, it seems like a safer place to be short from here. But as I said, if we get above 67,767, I will get stopped out. Now you could have your stop above 69K, but again, I would pay close attention to 67,800 around that area. If that holds the support, most importantly, if we get a daily open above, all right, so let's say today, if we get a daily open, so the next daily would be, if we get a daily open above 67,800, all right, that means that we've opened above this line right here, all right? That means more than likely we're headed up to around 69K. We could get rejected, that'd be an ideal point to short, but that means 67,800 becomes support. That would be, for me, would be confirmation we're going much higher. So I would be short from 67,800. Again, you know, your support is this red trend line right now, 66,000. But again, we're getting very close to that ring. I know that when we cross the ring, we go long, but we could get rejected. We're the top. Look at this Bollinger Band. This is the top Bollinger Band right here. We're testing the top of those. There's a lot of resistance here. This is the central Bollinger Band, and this is the bottom Bollinger Band on the daily. So again, we're at a lot of resistance. We're at the top Bollinger Band. So for me, the safer play would be short, but again, if we get above this, a daily open above, that will be bullish, and we're getting very, very close to that ring. So again, as I said, I'm just trying to explain to you how powerful these rings are and why it's important to pay attention to. But I also would like to point out, take note the MACD down here. This is on the weekly, and you can see how overextended we are with the MACD. You can see we already got a cross. That would be a bearish cross. And notice back here, we were way overextended up here, right? This was back when we were up around, what, 63,000, 64,000. And you can see we came down, we pushed back up, got way overextended, and then we dropped. Well, we're way overextended up here, and we just had a cross. Now, yes, the RSI is low, but you can see, you know, when we were up here, RSI was also low, but we still dropped. I'd pay attention to the MACD on the weekly. Again, that is a bearish cross. We could have a lot of downside. That's why I'm short right now. But again, regardless, when we cross the next blue ring, I have that ring removed right now. But when we cross that ring, that is a point you'd want to go long and buy in. And that is what I will be doing. That's what I'll be telling people on Discord to do. And then after I'm in a safe long, then I will tell you guys, yes, we cross it. And if you want to enter long, you can do that if you like. So let's make sure I gave you all of your key targets. So again, your current support, 66,761, 65,300 is your next strongest support. That'd be 0.2 long. You've got a lot of resistance, guys. Again, so 68K up to 69K, I'd be short from that point. That being said, if we do get a daily open above this white line, that'd be around 67,800 next daily open. I think that'd be bullish up to 69K, and that'd be confirmation we are going much higher, even not having access to the ring. But I will not long until we cross the ring. And again, I hope you understand how powerful this ring is and why when we cross it, you should go long. Now, let me cover NVIDIA because I think this is very interesting. Now, if you watched some videos back, I referenced this ring right here. I referenced this ring and that blue ring that I've been talking about that I removed from this video for Bitcoin. They coincide. It's pretty close, and it's not exact. But I want you to look at this NVIDIA chart, and I just want you to pay attention. And I find this very, very interesting. So first, take note how well price respects this ring. Notice it was support and resistance, support, resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance, right? Came down, held support. But notice what happens when we started pushing up. So we found support here. It was resistance, found support, we pushed up, it was resistance. And then take note, when price pushed up, right? It was, I guess it was during the weekend, right, when markets were closed. When price pushed up, take note that it found perfect support on this ring. Support, 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 support. Look what happened. When we crossed this ring, we got a drop. Wasn't much of a drop, but again, if you're playing options, knowing exactly when to enter your trade. So you could have shorted right here. And yes, you need to take profit. If you didn't take profit, price pushed back up, and you wouldn't have made money on your put. But take note, once we made contact with this red ring, right? We pushed up the ring. As soon as we crossed it, that was your clue, or that was your entry to go short. Same thing. Now, I got a lot of flack for this, even though it played out, because people said, why would you short NVIDIA? NVIDIA keeps going up. But we knew exactly when to go short. You can enter, you can open puts or enter a short, right? As long as you take profit, you're making money. We knew that when we crossed this ring, it lets you know way ahead of time, when NVIDIA crossed this ring, to go short. And actually, when we crossed it, we dropped, and that was 10%. So that was good money. And yes, we hit support and we pushed back up. But guys, we are coming up on the next ring. And what's very interesting, we know for a fact, every time we cross one of these rings, we get a drop. Now, it does not mean we have to crash. I mean, we could just get a small drop, do something like this, and then push back up. That's very possible. Maybe it's a smaller drop. Hey, maybe this is the big one. Maybe when we cross this ring, we start coming way the hell down. I don't know, but I do know this. Every time we've crossed one of these red rings, we get a drop. Just like every time we cross one of those blue rings on Bitcoin, we always get a pump. So this is something to pay attention to, and if you will take note, right down here, let me click on this. Earnings is on, for earnings for NVIDIA is on the 22nd of May. That is this line right here. So it's very possible we could get a little pump and dump. So earnings come out, price would push up, right? We would cross this ring, people get all bullish. But we know, based on these previous rings, once we cross this ring, this is a point that you would short or you'd open some puts. Now, how long you stay in it, that's up to you. But I'm just letting you know very soon we're going to get a move with NVIDIA. And I think, again, it just makes sense. Earnings come out, price will push up, we cross the ring, and then we get a drop. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Just want to let you know that that's coming up very soon. But as far as Bitcoin, guys, I can't give you the exact number of days, but we are so many days away from that ring. And when we cross it, we know for a fact, go back and watch his previous videos. I'll have them linked in the description. Every time we cross a blue ring, we always get a pump. There is no reason to think that would not happen again. And you can clearly see that. Got a pump here, got a pump here, and it goes further back. I've covered this chart multiple times. But we are very close to this ring, so again, let me make this very clear. If we cross it, or if it sounds better to you, when we cross it, I know to go long and buy in just like here and just like here. Until then, I will remain short because we're at a lot of resistance. 67,800 is a very key resistance level. We get a daily open above that, then we know that we're pushing up to at least 69K, and that will be bullish because 68,000 will become support, and then I think it's more likely we cross that ring and off to the moon we go. So that pretty much covers NVIDIA, and I think I gave you key levels to pay attention to on the hourly here. So your current support right now is 66,761. Pay attention to that. It breaks, we're probably headed down to 65,200. That point chance along, if that becomes resistance, well then it is very likely that this chart will play out as strong resistance. We have a lot of downside, but do keep in mind, guys, we are up at a lot of resistance in the top Bollinger Band on the daily. And as I just showed you on the weekly, guys, we are way, way overextended, all right? We just got a bearish cross on the weekly. So again, I'm going to remain short. However, if we continue sideways and up, I'm just going to play the blue ring because every time we cross a blue ring, we get a pump. That's how it works. Again, guys, if you want to get access to this live chart with the blue rings, if you want to sign up, links pinned in the first comment description is opticalcrypto.com. Make sure you email me to get access to Discord. Email me through the website. And if you want to play this with leverage, if you want to long it, or if you want to short it, however you want to play it, 3 exchanges I use and trust are BitGet, BingX, and CoinCatch. CoinCatch is no KYC. In some states in the US, you don't even need a VPN. BingX, you can do up to 150 times leverage. And again, BitGet is another one as well. All those links to sign up are pinned in the first comment description. That's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.